Alright guys, today we're talking about women want you to release on retention. This is something that I have noticed with my girlfriend. I'm going to talk a little bit more in depth about exactly what happens, what I've been noticing, and then also, you guys probably have noticed this as well. This is why you'll kind of notice women will approach you, they'll start up conversations indirectly, and they seem interested. And this is something that, honestly, I'm going to try putting some logical perspective into it. I can't give you guys the exact reasoning why that is, just because there's no studies on this. It's just based off of men's experiences, what I noticed, what I read, what I also watched. So we're going to try combining it all in this video. And also, I do apologize for not creating any videos for the past month. I've been a little bit busy. The past couple weekends haven't been the best, but for my subscribers, I appreciate you guys clicking back in and watching another video, so let's go ahead and dive right into it. Alright guys, so I'm going to go ahead and start off with my own personal experience, what I've been noticing and all that. So essentially, I've been noticing that when I get onto these higher streaks, I'm going to say usually after that brain fog stage, it's kind of weird that my girlfriend, she's more, how can I say it, intimate, more physical with me. I can tell she wants to have fun, have the excitement. I'm talking in code here for YouTube purposes, and then also just trying to keep it clean. But essentially, I noticed that she's more drawn, she's more attracted to me. And normally, the longer the streak goes, the more obvious it is. And that's why recently, on majority of my videos, I haven't really got onto any high streaks. I know I used to create content of, hey, I hit 42 days or whatever, and I miss those type of videos just so I can share with you guys my experiences and what I noticed. But see, ever since I got into this relationship, it's been a little bit difficult. Then again, I haven't been as much disciplined myself, so I do have to blame myself on that partially, so I want you guys to be aware of that. But essentially, when I get onto I would say after the brain fog stage, so that's usually from anywhere from 0 to 5 days, I start noticing my girlfriend, she's really in the mood. And then on top of that, I don't know why, especially around her time of the month, she's really in the mood. There's probably some sort of scientific reasoning why that is, but just something for you guys to kind of understand, put into perspective. It kind of goes both ways. It's something that you'll notice as well. When you start getting onto these higher retention streaks, you're you really how can I say it? Just for YouTube purposes, you're really in the mood, essentially, and you're craving it. And then once you pass that, it's okay, big deal, it's whatever. And normally that's the first 2 weeks. It's different for every single guy out there that practices retention or NF. But essentially, you're going to notice that women are just drawn to you and they're attracted to you. And I believe there's several reasoning why that is. So the first one I want to say is your testosterone. So if you guys didn't know this, essentially, men and women are complete opposites. When you look at everything out there in life, there's complete opposites. So you have darkness, and then you have light, and then you have the north and then south poles. So with magnets, they're attracted to each other. So with men and women, essentially, men have testosterone and women have estrogen. So this one's kind of just a wild guess, but your testosterone does increase. There was a study done. I always talk about this on all my videos, but this study pretty much showed after 7 days your testosterone increases. And see, with your testosterone increasing, that's probably why women are attracted to you, why they notice a difference. The other thing is, I brought my girlfriend onto the YouTube channel, and she talked about, hey, I noticed that you your posture, just the way you carry yourself, the way you do subtle things. She notices little things like that. Of course, it's something that I haven't pointed out, and then it's kind of a little bit difficult. How I was saying, getting onto these higher streaks are very difficult, especially now that I've been in this relationship. So I can't really say, oh, okay, she's noticed 30 days, but she's noticed maybe 10 days, 7 days, and that's a good amount of days for her to notice. The other thing that I found really interesting, and this was for my buddy. So me and him were talking at work one day, and I guess his chick is essentially going into nursing or something like that. So I don't know how true this is, if somebody does know, but essentially I guess nurses and all that, if you're having issues down there, and like they're kind of trained to kind of look for that, like if you're full or if you're empty. Talking in code here kind of vaguely so you guys kind of understand, and then also for YouTube purposes. But essentially, when you think about it, if people can look at that and just like physically see a difference, there has to be some sort of like deeper outcome of you essentially wasting it. So you have to logically think about it. Okay, well, if you keep on retaining and you're saving it, I believe your body like reuses it. Essentially, when you think about it, it's the most priority. It's probably like the most prioritized thing. Like honestly, that's why people think about having their fun about it so many times, just because it's what made you essentially here. When you really think about it, you're here because of your parents, and your parents had these urges, they had these feelings, these emotions, and before that, several generations, like I'm talking like maybe like hundreds of generations have been doing that. So it's just natural biology. But essentially what I'm trying to get at is your body is prioritizing that, and when you start retaining, well, you start getting like these additional benefits. Your body starts realizing, okay, you're not wasting these resources, so it's able to use it a little bit more. Of course, there's no scientific studies on this. I wish there was, just so I could be like, oh, okay, well, you know, if you practice retention, well, here are the benefits of all these studies. You become confident, you become driven, you become motivated. And from reading other people's posts and then also watching other people's videos, I think confidence is one of the biggest things that plays a factor into it, just because women find that very attractive. That's part of like a psychology kind of thing. I'm not really too for sure why. Being honest with you guys, they just find that attractive. So your confidence, your posture. So when you're confident and your posture kind of changes, well, they notice that. The other thing is your voice. A lot of people mention that they notice a difference in their voice. I notice like when I get onto these higher retention streaks, I become more confident with what I say. Also, I think I say it at a little bit of a slower pace, but then again, that's just my own personal opinion. I can easily just go and start changing my voice and just try making it deeper and just make it a natural habit. So I'm trying to come from a logical perspective. There's tons and tons of reasons. If you watch a lot of these retention and NF videos, there is some truth to them, but then you also have to be logical, be like, okay, well, are these any benefits that I even notice? Because like I noticed, I watched a lot of timeline videos when I first started learning about retention and NF, and I noticed like a lot of people, they fluffed up the benefits. They're like, okay, well, you're gonna start noticing this, you're gonna start noticing that, and half those benefits I didn't even notice. I'm like, okay, well, where are these benefits? These guys talk about you're gonna just start attracting people like on day 3 or something like that. It's like, no, like you attract people naturally by just having that aurora, your eyes glowing, you being confident, you being driven, you being in better shape. There's a lot of things that come into factor. It's not like, okay, well, if you just practice retention or NF, you're gonna just instantly get this. You have to practice multiple things, and then on top of that, you have to give it time. It's not like, oh, okay, a lot of these timeline videos, they make it sound like you're gonna start noticing benefits instantly. It doesn't happen like that. You may not even notice any of these benefits, and that's what they forget to say. But going back to our original topic, women just essentially, they find you very attractive, and then they want to be with you. Anyways, guys, shorter video. To my subscribers, I appreciate you guys coming back and clicking at another video. Don't forget to smash that like button, and I'll go ahead and catch you guys on the next one.